video. Analyze what happened in that video. Do a self-analysis. You can clearly hear the comments and hear everybody and my responses to them. You know who I'm talking to, obviously, even though you can't see yourself. You know who I'm talking to. Do a self-analysis. Because when you make the teacher force it down your throat, you make the teacher not want to do it. Not want to do it. Something as relevant as the SAT and the paragraph, you should have been very positive, very willing, and very, very accepting of the information. Instead of, I'm going to get it, man, okay, but, you listen to yourself in the video. It's amazing. It's amazing. And some people that don't even go to the beg me, someone, hey, can you put up this? People even used to go to this. Can you remember when we talked about that? Can you put that up? And some things I don't put up on the site. So I don't understand. I'm really confused. Why would you have that kind of attitude towards something so relevant to what some of you are going to do on Saturday? On Saturday, we ain't talking about something you're going to do next year. We're talking about something you're going to do on Saturday. A score some of you got to get, not want to get. There's a difference between want to get a higher and got to get the score. We got a saying in the mirror. You took the wind out of my sails. You took the wind out of my sails with that kind of attitude. Learning is a two-way street. And the two people on that street are the students and the teacher. In order for that street, in order for there not to be an accident, everyone has to maintain their lane. Or it'll be accident. There will be no learning. There will be no flow of information. When someone's giving you something you need in the way you need it, I didn't have to add. Let me tell you something. The night before, I added all the SAT stuff. All the stuff I mentioned about the SAT, I thought about it the night before and I said it. The night before. For who? For 12th grade. Why? Because some students who aren't here today said they want to go over it and they need it. The very students in the video who were being resistant to it, and that took the wind out of my sails. I didn't have to take that time the other night. Actually, I was doing some other outside of this school work at the same time that I needed to complete by 7 o'clock. I was late 1 hour. I completed it by 8 o'clock because I was putting together that particular PowerPoint presentation and thinking about how I wanted to talk about it. So, when you have a teacher, and I'm not only speaking for me, all teachers put this kind of effort. I live with 2 teachers. We all spend at least 2 hours a day preparing for what we're going to do the next day. At least. We sit around and do it. We sit around together and do it, but we all spend that kind of time. And that's every teacher. So when the teacher does the lesson that they spent all that time doing, and the students are completely resistant, it takes the wind out of ourselves. Meaning that we lose the energy to do it. You should be appreciative of it. Yeah, let me tell you something. You paid for being here at the school, but you didn't pay for a teacher to give 100%. That's a choice a teacher makes when they come into the classroom. I know schools where the teacher sits. I know teachers, forget school, I know teachers who will not leave their chair. They will not leave their chair unless somebody's in there watching them and then they get up. And they are employed year after year, month after month, salary after salary, but they never get up out of their chair. This like, I ain't put no anything in this. Why would you be resistant to someone who is putting effort in it? effort in it, you should show appreciation for the effort that is being put into it. If a teacher shows you even a sheet on the smart board that they put together the night before, it's a sheet, so what? They took time at home to do it. And we all got families. I got 6 kids at home. So you think I really have time to spend hours and hours a night preparing? But I do it anyway. But a teacher like that who puts that kind of effort, and I'm not only speaking for myself, I'm speaking for all teachers, because all teachers put effort in what they're going to say the next day in class. You should show appreciation for that. You're at that age. I'm not talking about first grade or second grade. Like for instance, my daughter teaches second grade. No, they don't understand that she just spent 2-3 hours the night before. They don't understand that. But a 17 and 18-year-olds, they understand that. You're not little kids. So somebody's putting 2-3 hours in you. It's not required. They get their salary if they only put 20 minutes in. But they go that extra mile. They go that extra hour so that you can get whatever they're trying to teach. But if you are resistant, if the patient refuses the medicine, then they're going to stay sick.
I was thinking about that issue that how can you handle your time between our stuff and grade 11, 10 stuff and about your family?
But that's the sacrifice. That's the sacrifice a teacher. All teachers make that sacrifice. All teachers make that sacrifice. No teacher teaches because they have to. It's a choice. And they know once they make that choice, they know what it's going to cost. There's no teacher who can go home and do nothing. I'm telling you. It could be a computer teacher. It could be even the art teacher. No teacher goes home and does nothing every night. And if they do something, even if it's 10 minutes, they're doing it for you. Because the teachers who don't do anything, you know them. Because they never leave their seat. They never put any energy in what they do. They just do it just enough to get by. Just enough to get by. And I've seen some teachers here at this school improve over last year. I gave some advice to some teachers, and I didn't even think they were listening to me, and some of them are doing it. And I know for a fact, some of the things that they're doing, they're putting a lot of time into it. Because they had to start from scratch with some of the things that they're doing. So they're spending hours and hours preparing their lessons. To come, to teach it to students who don't want it. Who make it hard for them to get it. It's insane. It takes the wind out of the sail. So I actually have respect for some teachers. Because for them to come back and do it again, it must be because they love what they do. It has to be. There's no other reason. No other reason at all. And somebody called me and say, won't you come over here? Won't you come over here? I said, why? I don't love what I do because of the school. I love what I do because of what I do. It don't matter where I'm at doing it. And I think all teachers have this same mentality. Two-way street. If you are not going to stay in your lane, there's going to be an accident. The flow of information will stop. At the end of the day, Omar, you are the loser. At the end of the day, you are the loser. And I'm talking about everybody. You are the loser. Because obviously, we're teaching, we already got what you're trying to get. So you are going to be the loser. And how are you going to be the loser? You're going to be completely, utterly unprepared for university. Unprepared. That first semester, you're going to cry.
So you want us to practice after school about what we have taken?
Of course, I want you to study. But that's not what I'm talking about. What you do in class. Because if you don't get what was given in class, there's nothing to study. If you're going home every day and doing nothing, that means you didn't get what was in class. You're losing. You're losing. If I spent 2 hours yesterday preparing what we went over, you should have spent at least an hour studying it. If you didn't do that, you were the loser. So that's my comment. I just want to say that's my comment. All right. So today, however, we're going to do something different. We're going to go back to the old.